All of my cats are in here. Well, 3 of them. Pugsley's under the bed somewhere. There's these 2 looking out the window. So hopefully there is no excessive fighting, but you'll see them pop up from time to time. Should we call Jill? Jill! Come here, Jill. Oh, here comes Jessie. She's so needy. She always needs to be touched. So hello, my lovely friends. How are you? Happy Monday. It's the beginning of a new week. I got nothing else to say. Okay, so we're gonna do a current skincare favorites and routine with the emphasis on repairing and healing acne. The last time I did one of these, it was the beginning of November, and I had sort of like put the emphasis on reducing inflammation because I had had a really bad inflammation flare up. My inflammation hasn't been terrible. Oh, I called it right. They're fighting back there now. Stop it. My inflammation hasn't been terrible, but I did have a pretty significant breakout a couple of weeks ago because I ate sugar. I'm currently off sugar, hence why my skin has started to heal and looks decently nice today. So for me, my diet does come into like a really big play of how my skin is doing. If I am eating decently well, if I'm avoiding sugar, my skin tends to look really good. It's when I start to eat extreme crap, like French fries and chicken nuggets every day or something, or I'm like incorporating a lot of sugar into my diet, my skin looks really, really awful. And the skincare doesn't so much, for me, skincare doesn't so much have to do with like keeping acne at bay, because it doesn't, because my acne is definitely internally triggered. Skincare for me, it's all about healing, it's all about repairing, it's all about you know, reducing inflammation and making my skin, you know, look healthy, right? So that's what the skincare is for me, and I sort of tailor my routines based on what my skin is going through, you know, stuff like that. So again, like I said, the last time I did one of these was in November. I don't do favorites a ton because I like to play with my products, and sometimes I'll like something for a little while, and then, you know, maybe after a couple of weeks, I just realize it's not really like the best thing for my skin, and I sort of switch things around based on what my skin needs. Right now, this is what's working the best for me to help repair and heal, because I have needed a lot of repairing and healing. We're basically on the repairing phase right now. We've healed, but now we have a lot of hyperpigmentation. We have a lot of like scabby things because I am a bit of a face picker. It just is what it is. So the last time I did one of these, I was wearing makeup and I didn't apply the products. So I went and I asked on Instagram if you guys would like to see application of skincare products, or if you don't care and you would just rather see it, you know, with makeup and you just want to hear me explain the products. I'm not going to be demoing everything, obviously, because I have a few favorites in each sort of like each category. But I will apply what I can. And the majority of you guys said that you would prefer to see it applied. So maybe what I'll do is, like, every time I do one of these, I will alternate it. So the last time I did makeup, this time I'll do application, next time I'll do makeup, so on and so forth. Because if I do these every 5 months, I don't know, you won't get them that often anyway. Okay, so I washed my face in the shower. I've been just sort of keeping it hydrated with the Tower 28 SOS Mist. Because it has been a little bit since I took my shower, and my skin tends to get kind of dry. So let's talk about cleansers first. We'll sort of go in the order. We'll go in the order of application for how we're going to talk about everything. So my cleansers don't change that much. Like I'm usually testing like an oil cleanser at night, or like a balm cleanser or something, or I've gotten some new gel cleansers in or whatever. But I mean, a lot of the times they don't become like real favorites, and it takes me a long time to sort of like incorporate something in like long term if I'm not testing it. Because I've been doing so much testing, there hasn't really been a lot of cleanser favorites at the moment. So a lot of these, or most of these, are actually things that you've heard me talk about before, favorites that I've had for a while. They're just sort of like what's helping my skin right now. And then I have one with a brand that I worked on, I think in January, that I ended up loving the product and I've used it completely. Okay, so a staple in my routine is always one of the Osmia soaps, either the honey or the black clay. For the last couple of months, I've been using the black clay soap. This is a new bar because I did finish the last of my the last of my old bar. I cut them into 5 pieces per bar. So I just cut it up in, you know, little slivers, equal slivers, and they say on their website that each bar will last you like 8 to 12 weeks. If you cut them up into pieces, 1 bar will last you an entire year, because I use this every time I'm in my shower, which I usually take a shower I want to say like 5 days a week, because there are some days I skip and some days I don't. So I'll say about 5 days a week I'm actually in the shower, and when I'm in the shower washing my face, this is the first thing that I do no matter what else I'm doing after it. So I use this every time I wash my face in the shower, which is usually once a day in the morning. I don't use this at night, and this is exfoliating, it's detoxing, it's healing, it's great. It's non-stripping. I've used, I think, 3 or 4 of these bars over the years. It's $24. It's a really great little soap bar. Don't be afraid of soap for your face. As long as it's properly formulated, it can do wonders for your skin. So I always have an Osmia soap, either this one or the pumpkin, what is it? Honey pumpkin or pumpkin honey enzyme. I don't know what it is. I'll use that one next because I alternate. I do the detox, the black clay, or I'll do the honey. So whenever one runs out, I'll just do the other one. They both work decently well to do the same thing. This one I do think is more healing, where the honey one, the enzyme, pumpkin enzyme, maybe it's pumpkin enzyme, whatever, the orange one, where that one is just more sort of like enzymatic and helps with like dullness. This one helps with like repairing and acne. So I've been using that for the last couple of months. I'm finally finished with that little sliver of bar. So that's always wonderful. Always have that in. It's got black Australian clay, Dead Sea mud, almond, avocado, castor oils, and then coconut milk. So it's moisturizing and doesn't strip your skin, basically. So the other cleanser combo that I've been doing, I want to say like maybe once a week, is the Nene Organics Natura Detox Foam mixed with Halo. So I'll take a small handful of this, I will add like 2 dropperfuls of this, and then I'll mix it together in my hand. I'll add a little bit of water so it foams up a little bit, and then I'll rub that all over my skin. And it's, again, it's moisturizing, it's detoxing, it's exfoliating without being harsh on my skin. This has baking soda in it, so for some people it probably can be too harsh. To sort of cut down on how it feels on the skin, like how stimulating it is, add an oil and it cuts down, you know, the feel of the baking soda on the skin. So like when I use this alone, it sort of is this like stinging sensation, but not totally unpleasant, but it can give my face sort of like a stinging sensation. But it doesn't strip my skin. It doesn't make my skin dry. My skin ends up, it feels like glass when I'm done with it. When I rinse this off, it feels like glass. It's smooth and it's soft and it feels like nourished. It's not dry. It's not, I don't know how else to describe it. It's not dry. It just feels amazing. But if you mix it with an oil, it takes down that stinging sensation to like 0, but it still gives you that same feeling, only it does feel more moisturized than like smooth and glass-like. So if you just use this, it'll feel more like glass, but if you mix the 2 together, it feels just like smooth and moisturized. You can tell there's like a plumping happening from the oils. I just love this combo, as you can tell. I am nearly out of my first bottle of the Detox Foam. It's just magical. So Halo, it soothes inflamed skin because it's got blue tansy in there, and it's antibacterial, which makes it really great for acne prone skin. This is a non-emulsifying oil cleanser, so it depends on how you feel about that, but if you don't try this, you truly are missing out. Oh, because it's blue tansy and it's passion fruit and it's jojoba and lavender, and it's just beautiful. One of my favorite, I know I still have to do my my top facial oil cleanser video, my top oil cleanser videos. This is in there. Okay, and so then the Detox Foam on its own exfoliates, it fights acne. This has been a staple since I discovered it, because it helps with acne so much. It's got a coconut foaming agent, which a couple of other of these kinds of products do, like an Audacité has their green tea ceremonial cleanser or something like that that has a coconut foaming agent, but something about their formula is much more stripping. It is not nourishing in the way that this one is. That one just like strips all moisture out of my skin and it makes my skin feel awful. This, if you want to try a product like that, that's like a foaming, like powder cleanser, go for this one, because this one does not strip the skin. It makes the skin feel amazing, and it doesn't dry it out and make it just feel awful. The Audacité one just needs to come off the market because it's terrible. So like I said, it also has baking soda. It has green clay, spirulina, neem, spinach, broccoli, baobab, goji, camu camu, white willow bark, and spearmint. So it's got all kinds of amazing ingredients in it. Very nourishing, very good for the skin, especially if you have acne prone skin. Nene Organics line in general is really great if you have acne prone skin and you're not terribly sensitive to like essential oils, because most of his products do contain essential oils. I'm pretty sure both of his oils do. I think the Infinity Balm does. This has essential oils. I think this does. I think the only products that he's got that don't contain essential oils are the Crimson Beauty. I can't remember if Rain does or not. But either way, if you are not terribly sensitive to essential oils and you've got acne prone skin and you haven't tried Nene Organics yet, you should, because it's great. Okay, so the last cleanser that I've been using, and I've already finished it up, this one is the Athara Pure Indian Glow Face Scrub. So as you see, finished it. I mean, it's pretty small, so it wasn't that hard to use up. And I really, really liked it because this is a really gentle exfoliating grain. It doesn't foam up like this one does. I mix this one in with like a cream or a sort of like foaming cleanser. So I'll take like a little handful of this, I'll mix it with another cleanser, I'll mix them together, and it creates sort of a very gentle exfoliating thing for my face, where like I don't need, you know, a ton of acne help, where it's like a day when I'm having like, you know, decent skin and I still want a little bit of exfoliation, but I don't need, you know, like all that healing and repairing action. This one was great for that because it's gentle. It reduces inflammation, it brightens the skin because of the ingredients that are in here. It soothes. So it does have brown rice flour, oat, kaolin clay, red sandalwood, turmeric, almond, chickpea, flaxseed, neem, orange peel, and guava. I don't know, maybe you're thinking with the almond, it could be like a little grainy, but it's not. It's very, very soft. If you have really sensitive skin to physical exfoliants, not so much like to essential oils, but if you can't do like harsh physical exfoliants, I would suggest checking this one out because it's very soft, but it still leaves the skin feeling nobody wants to see your butt, Pugsley. But it's very exfoliating without feeling too harsh on your skin. So I finished that one up. I wish she sold this in sort of like a bigger size. Like if this came, this is a 2-ounce size, but if this came in like a 4-ounce size, that would be perfect. But loved this. Definitely check it out if you are looking for like a very gentle physical exfoliant. That one's great. Okay, let me give myself another spritz. Let's start talking about the actual skincare routine, and we'll go in the steps after that. So for toners, because I cleanse my face when I'm in the shower or when I just wake up, and then I start to mist my face before I do like some of my skincare. So I just misted my face again with the Tower 28 SOS Mist. I've been raving about this for months, ever since I discovered it and started trying it. Or has it been like a year now? I can't remember. I think I've gone through 3, or has it only been 2? Maybe it's 2. Maybe 2 of these 4-ounce sizes, and then I tried another brand. I didn't like it as much. I came back to Tower 28, which I think is much better. So the Tower 28 Daily Rescue Facial Spray is soothing, purifying, and repairing, and this is in my routine no matter what else I'm doing. This is the first thing that I spray on my face before I do any other skincare. It has electrolyzed water, sodium chloride, and hypochlorous acid. And I don't know what it is about those ingredients, but they're magical for like repairing the face and help keeping it hydrated as well. Like, I mean, you have to, if you're not doing skincare right away, you have to sort of like keep spraying your face, but usually you would do your skincare right away. You wouldn't wait as long as I have. But this is great. I'm always keeping this around because I find that it just does. It keeps my skin in good condition and it helps heal it and repair it faster when I am having like a flare up. So that's the first thing that I spray. The second thing that I spray before I do any skincare is the Nene Organics Rain. So this was actually in the last favorites that I did as well. I had just gotten it and it had already become a favorite. Since then, I have finished up an entire bottle, and as you can see, I am more than halfway through my second bottle. I love this stuff. Oh, I'm gonna always keep this in my routine as well because it is like the Tower 28 spray, where it sort of is like a good prep for my skin, and I like to use this on you know, bare skin because it is lightly exfoliating as well. Not in a way that it's going to feel like too harsh, but just in just like a nice gradual light exfoliation of your skin. So this one also hydrates because it does have hyaluronic acid in it. It's got cucumber and butterfly pea, which is what gives it that like beautiful purple color. It does have, and then it does also have like neroli water and hyaluronic acid. So it's a hydrating skin essence. It lightly exfoliates. It's amazing. It smells so good too. I mean, like, this is the perfect summer mist if you're looking for one because it's cooling, it's hydrating, it smells really great. It's just got this fun color. So I always spray the Tower 28 mist. I let it mostly dry and then I douse my face with rain before I start to do my serums and stuff. I have another mist that's a favorite, but we'll get to that one when I get to that in the step because I don't use the same mist for like each step. I have very specific like areas where I like to use each mist. This one I like to do on bare skin because it's lightly exfoliating. This one I like to do on bare skin because it's healing and repairing. And then the last one is like great for helping absorb serums and stuff. Okay, so my next step is my one and only serum that I've been using morning and night, my hydrating serum, not so much my oil serum, because I've only been using two serums. I've been using a hydrating serum and I've been using an oil serum, and that's all that I've been using. I haven't, you know, combined ones. I've just been trying to, you know, test and review these specific ones. This one I pulled out because I wanted to finish it up because I'd had it sitting around a while. And I sort of like fell back in love with it because it's been a while since I've used it. This is the Graydon Full Moon Serum to Correct and Protect. And again, as you can see, nearly done with it. So this one is a retinol alternative serum. So you'll see a lot of those, you know, these days with bakuchiol or mothbean or you know, whatever, to help with reducing fine lines and wrinkles, rejuvenates, plumps, brightens, soothes. It also really helps with acne, which is why I've been keeping it in my routine. I really like this one. I think it's an affordable option if you're looking for something like that. I think it's only like $87, where a lot of those can be pretty expensive. And so I've just been trying to finish that one up. So I do about 6 drops of that. And then I just massage that in. So on top of having the mothbean, this one also has mahogany bark, hibiscus, moringa, blue tansy as well, which gives it that blue color. I mean, I really like it. It works really well for my skin. I loved it when I discovered it, when it was in a Beauty Heroes box. I still love it. I think it's great. Especially if you are someone who's got acne prone skin. I don't necessarily, I haven't necessarily noticed a difference like with the fine lines and wrinkles thing because I don't have a ton. My only real sort of like wrinkle area is my, my forehead, because I have such deep lines in my forehead. These are definitely not fine lines because, as you can see, when I relax my face, I still have the lines. They ain't going anywhere. But other areas of my face, I don't have a lot of like fine line or wrinkle situation. Like, you know, around my eyes, you know, the smile lines or whatever. But I mean, they're not even that bad. Maybe the eye cream I've been using is like helping that a bit. What else do I have? I guess I just don't really have like a lot that I would notice a significant difference in that. But I do notice like, you know, a soothing and a repairing and sort of like a brightening and rejuvenating of my skin when I use that. So that's my hyaluronic serum step, my hydrating step, and now we'll get into the oil serum step. So this is where the Boxwalla box comes in, because I have been using all of the products from Beauty Heroes, Boxwalla, and Clean Beauty Box, which is why I waited until today to do this video, because the Clean Beauty Box is officially announced today. We can go over that in a little bit. This is sort of where the Boxwalla products start to come in, because I am using the 12 Beauty Intelligent Frontier facial oil. So let's talk about this one a little bit. So this one is a $215 oil, which makes this the most expensive oil I believe that I've ever used. I don't even think the Iuna one is this expensive. How much was the Vintner's Daughter one? I don't remember how much that one was. I want to say I don't think it was this expensive, at least at the time that I used it. It might be more expensive now. But this one is $215, which I didn't even realize when I started using this. I was like, oh, this is a beautiful oil. This is working really well for me. How much is it? $215, holy crap. So if you want to try this, if you think that this might be good for you, definitely, I'll leave the links for Box Wall below in case you're interested, because it's a very, very expensive oil. So, I'm gonna read what she has written about it. So this is an exquisite lightweight oil, but depending on your skin state and season, you might experience it differently. It's made with a base of meadow foam seed oil and sacha inchi oil, along with squalane, vegan pollen extract, kapuku butter. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. These are all gorgeous ingredients in their own right, but what is especially unique about the Intelligent Frontier oil is the use of unsaponifiables. I think that's how you... This contains olive oil unsaponifiables, non-GMO soy, wheat germ, and sunflower unsaponifiables. Each has different properties: skin conditioning and soothing, antioxidant properties, protecting key proteins. Unsaponifiables, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Are a fraction of plant oils that are a concentrated source of nutrients, vitamins, antioxidants, and are really great for repairing the skin barrier in a short amount of time, which I have really needed and which I feel like this has really helped a lot. One way they do this is by stimulating the production of a protein in the skin called filaggrin. This oil will suit most skin types because it is rich in linoleic acid, and it improves the quality of sebum and ensures that it is more fluid, less viscous, and therefore doesn't settle in the pores. So dry skin will benefit from this oil as it helps skin retain moisture. Combination oily skin will benefit because it is of its ability to improve the quality of sebum, and sensitive skin will benefit as it reinforces the upper layers of the skin, strengthening the skin barrier. So unsaponifiables are very different from the original oils that they are extracted from. They do not have the triglycerides and oleic acid that may be present in the oil. So for example, olive oil unsaponifiables are not heavy like olive oil. Wheat germ unsaponifiables contain no gluten, and so on. So more notes. Pedro, who is the founder of 12 Beauty, notes that unsaponifiables are not new in the beauty industry. He mentioned that in the 1950s dermatology conference in Switzerland, they spoke about unsaponifiables and their benefits. However, they are not often used in commercial skincare because they are very complicated and expensive to extract. Moreover, they are difficult to manipulate and can become rancid if not used in a well-formulated product by somebody with extensive knowledge about them. So hopefully you guys find this interesting, because there is some more stuff, and I find this really fascinating. So Pedro, how he works with unsaponifiables to ensure that they are stable in his formulation, he does a few things. So I guess he calculates the precise amount of antioxidants to stabilize the unsaponifiables. The unsaponifiables have to be worked with and manipulated in a vacuum and a dark environment. And it's important to note that which oils these are blended with to ensure that they remain stable. Over a period of about 18 months, Pedro also measured the peroxide index to ensure that his calculations were right and that there was no oxidation in the formula. He also tested the unsaponifiables with random oils and noted that they went rancid. So choosing the right oils to blend with them is paramount to ensuring that the unsaponifiables remain stable, effective, and beneficial. That's just crazy. Just like to have that kind of like knowledge, or to just do that amount of testing, like I can't even. So filaggrin is a protein that is present in mature skin cells in the upper layers of the skin, which is one of the reasons Pedro believes in minimal and gentle exfoliation. Well, I definitely am not minimal or gentle. Once filaggrin finishes its life cycle, it releases amino acids that are part of the natural moisturizing factor of the skin that maintains an optimal level of epidermal moisturization. Unsaponifiables increase the filaggrin deposits on the skin. Whew. Okay, so that's that. That's the first part of the box. So then with that, I use the Graydon Face Food. So this is the other mist that I've been using. This is what I use to help all of my serums absorb. I just started using this last month and I'm already halfway through because I love this mist. This mist is so great. If you're actually looking for a dupe to the Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator, I think this is probably the closest thing in terms of like scent and mist. It's got vanilla and peppermint, but somehow that combination makes it sort of smell like marshmallowy, which the Josh Rosebrook Hydrating Accelerator smelt to me. So, I mean, if you're looking for a different one and you want sort of like the same experience, I really like this one. So it's also got malachite, zinc chloride, copper, silver. So it balances, rejuvenates, and it also has camellia magnesium chloride. So I spray this, and then I take probably more than most people would use. I do 7 drops of that in the daytime, and then at night I use 8 drops. Not like that 1 drop makes a difference, but I find this oil so light that I can use a really good amount of it, and it doesn't make my skin feel overly greasy or heavy. It just sinks right into the skin, and it leaves my skin feeling great. And I do really think that it has been a crucial part of how fast my skin has healed, because my skin a week ago did not look like this. It looked severely broken out. I was like freaking out because I knew I wanted to film my skincare favorites video, and I was like, I can't film a skincare favorites video with my skin looking awful and like tell people how awesome these products are. But as I was, past the breakout, these products all really helped to repair my skin in like a really short amount of time. I'm actually quite surprised. And my skin just looks so good now. So that's the first part of the box Walla box. We'll get to the second part here in a little bit. We're gonna sort of just like break it up. We'll go over masks once I'm done, once I do the moisturizer step. I should have done masks before I started this, but I wanted to get skincare on my face. So the next thing that I do while this absorbs a little bit before I do my moisturizer is the Mukti Age Defiance Eye Serum. I talked about this one in my Beauty Heroes review last week. So if you want to hear me talk all about this product and the other product, which we'll briefly mention here, but I also talked about it in that video. For more detail, go there, because this video is already super long. If I don't have to talk about 2 products at length, I won't. So while my oil is absorbing before I do more mist and like moisturizer, I put on the eye serum, which I've really, really been loving. It's been really great. I feel like it's probably helping with dark circles because they don't seem as bad. I mean, you guys have seen me without makeup a ton of times. You tell me, how do you think my under eyes look lately? The other one that I was using for the last couple of months before this one came, I used this one really consistently from like January to mid-March when the Mukti box came. This was the Athara Pure Moroccan Coffee Eye Cream. So this one I didn't finish, so here is this. This one was full to the brim when I got it, and you need so little eye cream that it takes a long time to like, use them up. But this one is shea, avocado, argan oils, coffee seed, glycerin, lavender, sage, chamomile, aloe, coconut oil, hemp, and green tea. So it's good for, again, brightening, moisturizing the under eye. I found this one worked really well for me as well. Plus it's uber affordable. So Athara Pure is a really affordable skincare line. It's completely vegan. If you haven't checked them out, I definitely suggest doing so because they do have a lot of wonderful products. And the coffee eye cream and the turmeric scrub are definitely the two that are my favorites of the ones that I've tried so far. She's got a lot of products. I haven't tried them all yet. But the coffee eye cream and the turmeric scrub are wonderful, and I highly suggest checking those out. I think those are like 2 of her best sellers as well. And I can see why. I mean, they're great products. So if you're looking for something affordable, I would check this one out if you're not a subscriber to Beauty Heroes, if you're not going to be getting the Mukti one, because the Mukti one is $100. I do feel like it's making a difference in my under eyes though. But I can't remember if I was noticing a difference because I wasn't paying too much attention. I just liked the consistency of this. I liked how it made my under eyes feel. I liked how easy it was to absorb. And really in a eye cream, that's sort of like all I'm looking for. The only reason I notice any kind of difference with this is because I'm actually looking for it to do that review. But yeah, if you want a affordable one, highly recommend that one. Okay, so did I mist again? Either way, I will. This is why I'm almost done with this, because I missed constantly. Okay, so the next step is my moisturization step, and I've been oscillating between 3. Sort of depends on the quality of my skin. 2 I've been playing with in the day, and then actually 1 at night. So I haven't been oscillating between 3. I've been two in the daytime that I've been choosing between, depending on the condition of my skin, and then this one at night. So let's start with the day ones, and then we'll get to the nighttime one. So this is where the Clean Beauty box starts to come in. Okay, so let's talk about what's in the Clean Beauty box this month. It's the Live Botanical Ambient Moisture Liquid, which I actually did talk about in the, what was it? The Solstice Facial Ritual that I did a review on when she launched that box in November, because that was like a special thing she did. I actually talked about that in that box because that was included. So was this. So I actually have talked about both of these products, but we'll go over them sort of like briefly. The other thing was the Tidal Moon Moisture Mask. So there were 4 limited edition products that Carolyn from Live Botanical created for that box specifically. And then she had, like a little survey for people who bought the box, to choose what their favorite product was, and that whatever the one favorite product is, she would include in the line, permanently. It would become a permanent product in her collection. So this is the one that won out. So this is the Restorative Honey Balm with aromas reminiscent of ancient coastal forests. So it's a honey, there we go. So it's like a blue honey mask. I did do a mask demo in that video. So if you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. You can't get the other 3 products anymore because 2 of them she discontinued completely. The second favorite one is only going to come back as like a seasonal limited edition kind of thing, and that was the cleansing balm, which also is very, very beautiful. I'm glad that's at least sticking around. The 2 that didn't make it were the Earthbound Therapy Mask, which was the dry powder mask, which was it's a really great mask. I'm sort of sad that she can't keep them all. And then the peel, she didn't also keep as well, which I'm kind of surprised. I thought that one would be a real favorite, but maybe it just wasn't geared for all skin types. So we'll talk about the mask when I get to my mask section. I know we're kind of all over the place here, but let's talk about the ambient moisture liquid. So I guess it's sort of like an announcement for which product was going to be permanent to the line. They worked with Clean Beauty Box, which they have worked with Clean Beauty Box before. Live Botanical has been included in Clean Beauty Box a couple of times, I think, or is it just once? I can't remember. But they sort of worked together to sort of like announce that, which I thought was really fun. So this is the Ambient Moisture Liquid. Hello. So it's a multi-dimensional moisturizer to hydrate, soothe, firm, and strengthen the lipid barrier function in one step. Whole aqueous infusions are created from local fresh herbs and balanced with ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and phospholipids for luminous, vibrant skin. The result is serum-like effects in the form of a lightweight moisturizer, each ingredient working together to impart vitality and a soft, dewy canvas. This is essential oil-free. The mask is not. So it's got Gatu Cola, broadleaf plantain, red clover, self-heal, marshmallow, linden flower, aloe, hyaluronic acid, phytoceramides, strawberry, cranberry, and raspberry oils, and then mango butter. So when my skin is doing decently well, when I'm not having like a terrible breakout, I'm using this one because it really is just like a great lightweight moisturizer that just keeps my skin hydrated and moisturized, and it just gives it like a really like luminous, dewy. I love this one. I'm actually going to use this one today because my skin is doing well enough that I don't need the other one, but we'll still talk about the other one. So this is the one that I've been doing. I do 3 pumps of that, and then I just seal everything in underneath. This is such a great lightweight moisturizer. If you're looking for a very lightweight moisturizer for the summer, I think that you would really love this one. Because it's got nothing in it that is going to trigger acne. And I feel like it's probably hydrating enough or moisturizing enough for even those who've got dry skin, because it just feels so great. So that's the first one that I've been doing. So that is included in the so this is what's included in the Clean Beauty box if you are interested in that box. If you love Live Botanical, if these are 2 products you haven't tried, if you really wanted to try that Solstice facial box but you just couldn't make the investment in, the cost of that one, these are 2 products that were in that, and I do really love both of these. I think they're both really great, and something that you can try and hopefully that you would fall in love with. So I'll have the link for that down below, as well as the link for the 12 Beauty box, but we're going to talk about the 12 Beauty box one in a minute. We got the cats fighting again. if you can hear that. So the other moisturizer that I've been using on days when my skin needs repair, when it's got a lot of acne, when it is clearly suffering and I can't just put on like a really lightweight moisturizer and be done. I need something that is more active. I need something that is, you know, now they're sneezing. I need something that is really going to like get the job done. So that's when I've been using the Grade In Phyto Clear. Which is a Botanical Retinol Gel Cream. This one again was also featured in the same box from Beauty Heroes that the Full Moon Serum came in. It was called the Green Cream. I always want to say Green Queen, you know, like for Andy's channel. I always want to be like the Green Queen, but it was the Green Cream at the time, but they've renamed it to Phyto Clear. So let's talk about this one. So this one is another, again, it's got retinol alternative, but this one brightens, clarifies, plumps, and protects, and it also really helps with acne. It's got bakuchiol, it's got chlorella, mothbean, squalane, neem. So it has mothbean and bakuchiol, which are the two retinol sort of like alternatives. It has broccoli, and then it has parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. When I was reading that on the website, I like automatically started singing it. I think it's funny. But apparently they're, you know, vital to this formula. It is a light green color. And this has it just worked wonders on my skin when I was having just like major, I'm like rubbing it all over my hands now. I don't know what else to do with it. When I was having like the major breakouts and when I really needed a lot of healing and repairing, this one helped to accelerate that basically. So the ingredients in here just work well for my skin, and when I'm needing a lot of repair, this is the one that I'm using during the day. And when I don't need a lot of repair, like today, because my skin is actually doing really, really well, it looks really good at the moment, I'm using the Ambient Moisture Liquid. So love both of those. All right, so the last thing, oh no, I've got three more things before we can get to masks. So let's talk about the other product in the Boxwalla box. So if you subscribe to the Boxwalla box, you will get the facial oil and also the Nutritive Repair Emulsion. So here's the Boxwalla box. Here is the Clean Beauty box offering for this month. And then the Beauty Heroes box is the Mukti box, which has the mask and eye serum in it. And I've been utilizing all of these in my routines, and it's just been my skin. It's really loving all of it. And it just, they pair beautifully together. They work really well together. So if you were to subscribe to all three, you would have a nice daytime moisturizer. You would have a nice nighttime moisturizer, an oil serum that you can use day and night, an eye serum that you can use day and night, and then two separate masks that do like two separate things. So I think it's a great little, they all just worked out perfectly this month, where none of them like clashed with each other. There was nothing that was like, you know, a direct opposite or a direct comparison to another box. Cause you know, what was it? Was it last month? It was whenever Nene Organics was featured and Indie Lee, it was like the exact same box, just from two different companies. It was a hydrating serum and a toner. But of course, in that instance, the Nene Organics Boxwalla box was better. In this one, the boxes all just pair really nicely together. Okay, so my nighttime routine is the same. I'm using like a variety of cleansers at night at the moment. Nothing is really like a favorite. I'm just doing a lot of testing. I'm doing the 2 mists. I'm doing the Full Moon Serum, so I do that day and night. I do this oil, this mist, eye serum. So everything is the same except for my moisturizer. That's the only difference in my night and my day routines. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. Okay. So the 12 Beauty Nutritive Repair Emulsion is a creamy, nourishing moisturizer that feels lush yet absorbs quickly to give a non-greasy finish. It is an emulsion, so it contains both lipid and hydric components and is therefore a complete moisturizer. So Pedro uses the right amount of linoleic acid to help repair the skin barrier. Nutritive Repair contains polyphenol-rich kapuku butter, argan oil, linoleic acid-rich spent grain wax, along with a blend of botanicals like white genepi, mallow flower, a lot of things I can't pronounce, Each of these is chosen for its well-researched benefits, as well as Pedro's own study of them. So white genepi is an excellent antioxidant comparable to vitamin C. Budleja davidi offers protection against UV damage. Imperatoria leaf has my God, why are all these words so big? I butcher this one no matter how many times I practice pronouncing it. I'll leave the word here so you can read it. Properties: mallow flower is soothing, moisturizing, and emollient. And then there's also a article that is linked that has the benefits of cupuaçu butter. So nutritive repair is also great for after sun care. So again, I just feel like this has really helped with like the repairing and healing of my skin post my awful acne breakouts. It's moisturizing enough for me to use at night. Like it feels like super moisturizing without feeling heavy or too light. It just is like sort of the right texture. It just feels great. I feel like my skin is responding really well to the products in this box. My skin just looks great. It's healed, you know, really quickly, which it usually doesn't. And my skin just feels, like it's in really healthy condition, you know, aside from the few things that are still healing, which, you know, shouldn't take that long. I'm gonna mist one more time. I love that mist. Okay, so the last two things are my SPF and my spot treatments. So Mighty Patch Invisible, I've talked about these. There they go. I've talked about those about 100 times. I recommend those over most of the other acne patches that are out there. I've tried a bunch. I've tried some from Starface, which are hit or miss. Like sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. They definitely don't work as well as the hero patches. They're cuter because they're like fun colors and fun like shapes and whatever, but they just don't work as well. I don't know if there's like different different like concentrations of hydrocolloid or something. I don't really know how it works. It's just magic to me, but the hero patches work just phenomenally well. They work so much better. The rail patches do work just as well, and you can get them a lot cheaper. One of you guys alerted me to the fact that there's like, you can get a 96 pack on Amazon for $15. I'm gonna leave the link for that below in case you want a bunch of acne patches and not spend a ton of money on it. Check that out. So I did order one of those as well, because the rail patches are great. My husband also uses the acne patches, so we go through them pretty quickly. So I'm like constantly buying acne patches. So the rail ones are a good, affordable option, but most of the time we are using the hero patches because I do find that they work just really well. So there's those. If you have acne, if you have ignored all of the times that I've said if you have acne and you haven't tried an acne patch, you need to try one. Like literally, they are a game changer. If you have active acne and you need it, you want it to heal quickly, because those are an integral part of healing my acne when it is very bad, because you put those stickers on, they keep you from picking at your skin, they suck out all of the stuff that's in it so that way it can heal faster. Otherwise, they don't heal as fast. You have to try those. Like, why haven't you yet? Okay. So the last thing is my moisturizer, and not my moisturizer, my SPF. So right now I'm using the Hanua Mallow Protecting Day Cream. So this is 12% zinc, SPF 30. It's got aloe, oat, castor, and jasmine. The only thing about this one is it is pretty thick. And I think it's meant to be used as like a day cream. Well, is that what it says? Day cream, SPF. You know, I use it as a moisturizer instead of like doing a moisturizer and then putting this on top of it. I have been putting this on top of my moisturizer, which it can feel kind of heavy, but if you give it enough time, it does like sink into the skin eventually, and you can put makeup on over top of it just fine. But I don't put SPF on every day because I don't leave the house every day. I put SPF on days when I know I'm leaving the house, if I'm like gonna be out in the sun, especially during the summer. So I am sort of like preparing for spending more time outdoors by like trying to get into the habit of putting on SPF most days, even when I'm like not doing anything besides like walking to the mailbox or whatever. So this is the one that I've been using right now. This is, it's like an old favorite. I discovered this one in a Beauty Heroes box as well. It works great for me. It just can be a little bit too heavy. So if you want something not super heavy, I would maybe avoid this one, but otherwise I think it's a great I think it's a great formula and it's been working really well for me. It doesn't break me out. Again, that's an important thing, is it has to have ingredients that don't break my skin out. I am not sensitive to coconut oil or shea. I can use those things without any issue. I know that that's not the case for everybody. The only thing that I look out for is cacao butter, because that gives me cystic acne within hours. It's pretty awful. I don't know why my skin has such a reaction to that, which is, it sucks, because there are some products out there that are beautiful that I would love to try that have cacao butter, and I just can't. Leave-on products. Mask is a different story, but leave-on products, I cannot use cacao butter. Okay, we have to get through masks now. I know this video is long. I meant for this not to be as long as it is, but when I start talking about stuff, I just get so like wrapped up in it, and I love talking about products and stuff. Anyway, again, so the masks that I specifically chose for the last couple of months have all been geared towards healing acne, repairing acne, a little bit of inflammation reducing, not a ton because I haven't had a ton, but mostly it's been geared towards acne. The two main masks that I've been using to help with my acne are the Nene Purify Face Wash and Mask. This is my second bottle of this. I did go through an entire one of these, and this is amazing. This is so good. I discovered this in a Beauty Heroes box as well. And this has just been like a staple in my acne sort of like repertoire since I discovered it. So it's got green clay, Dead Sea salt, which helps heal. So green clay helps heal as well, but the Dead Sea salt salt is really good for healing skin. Bentonite, tea tree, lime, cypress, and palmarosa. I rub this onto dry skin. I leave it on for a good 15-20 minutes, and it really does help repair my skin quickly. So when I know that when I use this, my skin is going to repair, it helps with that. The other one that I use when I'm having a lot of acne that I need to help heal and repair, and I've got inflammation, is the Natural Logic Unmask. You know, we talk about this one all the time here because this one is truly, if you are someone who suffers from inflammation, this really is going to be another integral part of your routine, because it does wonders to help take the inflammation down with just one use. But if you use it a couple of days in a row, you notice such a significant difference in your skin and how fast it's able to repair and heal. So I'm always pulling this one out when I'm having an acne breakout, when I'm having an inflammation flare up, because it just does so well. I don't even know, I think this is like my third jar of this. This is like, I need to do a video on like products that I've used multiple jars of or something like that, so you guys can sort of see what really, really works for my skin. And this is definitely one that I would recommend. So when I do this, I do like to double mask and pair it with the Natural Logic Luna, which is not available all year long, but it is coming back April 12th. So if you have been wanting to try this mask, it is coming back April 12th. So get yourself ready for that. So this one helps repair and heal inflammation, or take down inflammation. And then, so like after that, I'll do this one, I'll leave it on for 45 minutes to an hour to give it like a really good time to sit on my skin. Then I will take another 45 minutes to another hour afterwards with this one, which helps moisturize, glow, just like this one just does all kinds of amazing things. Let's see, did I write it down? Yeah, so Luna helps with moisturizing and glow. It's red wine, hyaluronic acid, honey, strawberry juice, and that one does have cacao butter in it, but it doesn't, because it's not a leave-on product, because I am rinsing it off. It just doesn't like have enough time to do on my skin what moisturizers do for some reason. So this is my favorite masking combo, really. It's just like, it does all the things. All right, so the other mask that I've been incorporating is the Mukti Deep Cleanse Antioxidant Mask, which I talked about in my Beauty Heroes video, if you want to hear more about that, if you want to see a demo. This one doesn't help with acne in the way that this one does, but this one is like it's a nice, gentle exfoliating mask, as well as it helps with moisturization as well. So this one is definitely going to be your best bet if you've got acne. But the Mukti mask is a great light exfoliator. It's a great moisturizing mask. So, I mean, each one has like a different thing that it does. So that one is my only like sort of exfoliating product that I've been using, exfoliating mask product. I'm getting very tired. We have one more thing to talk about. Okay, so this is the last mask that I've been using, the last thing that we're gonna talk about because I'm done after this. So it's the Tidal Moon Moisture Mask, my Live Botanical. So now we can talk about this one a little bit. So this one is drawing on the moon's tidal force and its effects on Earth's rainfall. This rich mask replenishes moisture with hydrating raw honey, conditioning oils, and protective butters. A collection of nutrient-dense algae extracts and biofermented May apple offer an antioxidant boost while enhancing the skin's ability to hold moisture. Subtle hints of cedar and fir transport you to the temperate rainforests that flow into the Pacific Ocean. So it has the fermented May apple, which increases cellular vitality and stress resistance. This particular extraction is 7 times more effective than trans resveratrol. It also has Schisandra CO2 extract, 2 algae extracts that help build cellular regeneration, and then local and raw wildflower honey. So there's 2 different ways that you can use this, as like a conditioning mask or as a hydrating mask. I always do this as a hydrating mask because that's usually what I want. That's just what I want this mask to do. So for the conditioning option, you take a small scoop of the balm and massage it onto wet skin. Let the mask set, then perform a tapping motion with fingertips to activate circulation for a few minutes. So then the hydrating option is you scoop a small amount into your palm or bowl and sprinkle a little water to create a light blue cream. Apply a thick layer, allowing it to absorb for 10 minutes or longer. And then you wipe it off gently with a damp cloth, removing the honey and leaving the protective oils. So this is a beautiful mask. So say you have the Unmask, because the Unmask was featured in a box swallow box at some point. Say you still have some of this and you also subscribe to the Clean Beauty box and you're gonna be getting the Tidal Moon Moisture Mask. You know, instead of spending money on Luna, I think you'll get a similar result if you pair Unmask with the Tidal Moon Moisture Mask, because they both sort of do the same thing. They moisturize, they impart a lot of glow. I think you'll find similar results with both of these. They're just really beautiful. The different scent profiles, different ingredients, but I think in the end, you're gonna end up with the same results. All right, so apparently an hour is standard time for me to tell you guys about my skincare routine and all of that, because my last one was about an hour as well. So I'm not gonna spend any more time just like chatting about random things. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you find it helpful. Let me know your thoughts on any of it. If you have any thoughts, if you don't, I don't know, just leave a like. There goes Jessie. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about what my skincare routine was of the moment, because I've really been loving all of the products that came in all of the boxes this month. They really worked really beautifully together on my skin. And as you can see, my skin is just it's responding really well to all of them. It's helping heal acne when I do have a breakout. And it's just doing good. And when I find a routine where my skin is doing, you know, really well, I want to tell you guys about it, just in case you are someone who suffers from the same conditions that I do, and like other, you know, other recommendations that I've given you in the past have worked really well. Maybe this one has as well. Oh, let's talk about something that's not a skincare favorite just really, really quick. So Magic Bloom finally came in the mail. I know that a few of you have been waiting on this, and I did talk about this in the video I filmed for Friday, so you'll hear me talk about it twice. But here's this one's been a favorite. Oh. I love Magic Bloom. Magic Bloom is the best scent that they've ever made. It's fruity and floral and citrusy and light, and again, perfect for summer. Love it. So I'm gonna leave the link for Magic Bloom down below as well. It smells as beautiful as the Scent Club scent that they sent in, but now you can get it in a full size and cherish it forever, and it will always be available. It will not be discontinued, at least I hope not. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for hanging out with me and putting up with my rambling. I thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.